So in last two videos, you have seen what is machine learning and what is deep learning. Now you might be wondering, like, if we have to perform any particular task and we can perform it with both the methods, the machine learning method and the deep learning method, then why even we are learning deep learning? Like, why even we are considering deep learning when we can perform the same task with the help of machine learning also? Like the feature extraction, just the method, the procedure is different, but we can perform with both the algorithms, like the machine learning algorithms or the deep learning algorithm. Then why deep learning is coming into picture? Now I'll quickly show you some of the difference between deep learning and machine learning first. Then I'll explain you that. See, these are some of the difference between deep learning and machine learning. Deep learning requires a larger data to train. Obviously, it will require large data because in the complete network, it will have to adjust the weights and biases of every neuron and every complete network has to be trained. So deep learning is data-driven approach, which like require a lot of data to properly train the model. As large data is having like if we are having as larger data we like have, then the model will train more like more, and give us like more accuracy. The model will train better, and machine learning can be trained on a lesser data. If we are having some like suppose if we are working on a problem statement and very less amount of data we have there, deep learning will simply fail and we have to use machine learning approach. And the deep learning, if we are providing it a larger accuracy, it will definitely like if we are providing it larger data set, then it will definitely provide us with a greater accuracy than machine learning. Deep learning takes very long time to train, and not even long time, it requires GPU. Like you might have heard like GPU in your laptop, the graphical processing unit. So deep learning generally, like obviously deep learning can also be trained on machine learning, like on CPU also, but GPU will fasten up this process. GPU consists of like many cores which are like, and in the GPU we can also do the parallel processing, so like this trains your model faster. In machine learning, when like we have built the model and we have to tune the model, like the hyperparameters tuning, it this like you will get to understand in further videos, but simply like just know for that, like in machine learning you have a very limited options to tune your model, and in deep learning you have like various options to tune a model. Now the question still like remains, like if we have to do the same, if we can do the same task with deep learning, then why even like machine learning, then why even we are considering deep learning? So there are some tasks like which requires you to work on images and videos. Those tasks is, if like it is if possible with machine learning, then it will require very like long time because it is running on a CPU, then it will require very long time. And some like at some tasks like the natural language processing, the computer vision, which is like the core subset, like the core domains, like subdomains of deep learning, those tasks are not performed, like those tasks are not possible with machine learning. So you will have to use deep learning approach where like images will come, you will have your computer vision domain, the sounds will come, or the textual data will come. There you have natural language processing domain. So for some tasks, like you have to consider deep learning. And today, like the whole world is moving. In the older times, we do not have this much like hardware availabilities. We do not have those like very high GPUs and very faster GPUs. So older times we generally use machine learning, the classical machine learning approach. But now, since we have the hardware requirements we want, so like everyone is switching to deep learning because deep learning will provide us the greater accuracy. The same model, if we are training with machine learning, will provide some like around 9, if it is providing around 90% accuracy, then deep learning will definitely improve that accuracy if we have the abundant data we want. Like if we have sufficient amount of data, then it will definitely provide us with the greater accuracy. So this is why we are using the deep learning. And any like uh, the problem statement, the initial problem statements which you will be encountering it in AI. Like suppose you are building a classification model of a CSV, like the data set is data set is having like data set you are having is on a CSV, then you can apply both the approaches. You can apply machine learning also, you can apply deep learning also. But later on, as you will move, when you will encounter with the image data set, then you will encounter with the sound data set, or even in CSV also, you are if you are having a lot of data points, then eventually you will need deep learning. And some tasks like computer vision, natural language processing, everything comes under deep learning. So you will have to learn like deep learning also. So yes, this is the major difference between deep learning and machine learning. And in the next video, firstly we'll be like, this is the end of this chapter, the intro to AI chapter. And in the next chapter, firstly we'll be seeing what is like data pre-processing thing, the data code, data scientist work, like not the data scientist, the data engineering work, and like data analyze and everything. Like we'll see in this chapter, and in the further chapters, then we will be seeing machine learning, deep learning, and everything. So stay tuned. Like we'll be then like see you in next video.